Well, I love that you're in Nashville, right? Because I mean, that's where your family is living. That's where their job is. That's where the day job is. You're there. You're wanting to do music, and then you decide I'm going to leave and go to Vegas. This is a huge risk, but obviously, it is what 100% worked for you as an artist. Was that
Yes.
scary for you to make that transition at first?
No, mm-mm. No, I was nervous because it was starting over and like okay, I knew I had to be on the grind, so I was mentally preparing myself to hit the ground running every single day. It was like going back to college, like learning all these new songs, networking every single night. It was no different than Nashville. But I was so ready for a change. I was really ready to, I was like, man, I have just run the gamut here in Nashville and I'm not really evolving. I'm not getting anywhere. Just in general, like, but in my soul, I was like, I'm not writing the kind of songs I want to write. Now, why is that? And I got to go, okay, maybe it's an environment thing. And I got this weird opportunity, met this incredible human, Ryan, who's my partner on The Voice, to say, you should come out to Vegas. I go, what do I got to lose? I don't really have anything going on here for me. I've been trying, but I'm not really getting any traction. But it's also because I'm not being authentic. I'm not feeling like I'm allowed to be authentic.
Yeah.
So, no, it was an easy decision to leave. It was just a very, I can't tell you the kind of grind I have been on since I moved here, really. But I mean, first day one, hit the ground running, and I've been exhausted ever since.
Yeah, you're killing it out there. I mean, you've got these residencies out there, and I mean, you're just killing it in Vegas, and I love that
Oh,
because I
thanks.
think Vegas is such an underrated mecca for music, right? I think people don't really think
Yeah.
of Vegas as a music centric place, but oh my gosh, is it ever, right?
Like it's so much bigger than Nashville. Like it's laughable. Like
Yeah,
it's so huge. Um, Listen, there's a lot of recording that goes on in Nashville. That's why it's a big deal. And like you've got Broadway and the music that goes on there, but we are the entertainment capital of the world. There is live music or some sort of show that you can go see at any point in the day, 7 days a week for the entire year. It's amazing. There's so many opportunities out here. I feel like they really value their artists and their entertainers out here. They really do. They take great care of us. We're just valued, and it's a fabulous place for you to grow your following, because you think about it, people from all over the world come here, and you never know who you're going to meet. You've got your business cards laying out there with your tip jar,
yeah.
and they ask, who are you? And then they follow you on social media or whatever. And they become lifelong fans, and then you wind up doing a show in their hometown. They're there, because they saw you at a place in Las Vegas one time. So it's really like a beautiful place of opportunity for entertainers.
Yeah, what an incredible time we live in, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something. Let me ask you this because you're talking about three different aspects to music. There's the entertainment part of it, being an entertainer. There's being an artist, which is completely different than being an entertainer, right? And then there's being a writer. So I feel like obviously you are all three of those things. But writing is more of an original part of artistry. So what is it initially as a younger person that's kind of inspiring you to write? Because a lot of times you can become a musician or singer or whatever and just be happy with the entertainment part of that, but something comes along and makes you want to write. What was that for you?
It's funny. I wish I knew the answer to that because I remember trying to write when I was very young, just like, messing around on the guitar and not being able to play at all. But um, I think a lot of my desire in the beginning, this is just in the beginning, it's not now, came out of proving people wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, because back in the day in like the 90s and all that, artists were going to publishers to find their songs, and the songwriters had their place, and that's what they did, and artists would go and find the song, and that's how it worked, you know what I mean? Like everybody had their own little thing. And so I feel like it was kind of like I mean, I know artists were writing songs back then, look at June Carter and Johnny Cash. I mean, they're always writing the songs, but when I was growing up, that was kind of the norm. You go to the publisher, they give you the song, and that's how, and then you record it.
Yep.
Um, and so I always thought that was really, really cool, but it also took away your ability to say what you want to say and tell a story that you want to tell. And it's like you could listen to 100,000 different songs and different catalogs and never find that story. So being able to obviously prove people wrong that I could be a songwriter, that I did have something to say was a big part of it when I was younger. And now it's just obviously I crave it. I love it. Um, because what I'm doing is so different and I'm so unapologetic about it and it feels really good to be in that space because for many years I'm like, oh, don't listen to that song. Oh, I hate that song. Oh, that's a terrible song. But now I'm like, God, I just love what I'm doing and I'm so proud. And not that I have any kind of like magic formula for what I'm doing. It just kind of comes the songs, the lyrics, they all just kind of like, I don't know how they come to me. And I give it all to God because I'm like, I don't know where that word came from and how that pieced
Yeah.
together, but man, that was cool. And thank you. Yeah, I think hey, and it's really important that we keep the integrity of songwriting because of all the stuff that's going on with AI. It's
Yep.
scary and it's disturbing to me. And yeah, I would never fall into that trap. But
And
so
AI
yeah,
is
I mean,
scary stuff, man. I love what you're talking about here, and I'm finding some organic growth in you as an artist with what you're talking about. With at first, you're just like trying to prove people wrong. I can do this. I don't care what you say. I got to find songs that mean something to me because I mean, maybe you feel like you're being disingenuous as an artist when you're telling stories that aren't your own, right? I mean, I don't know if that's
right.
the case for you personally, but somehow you evolve from that to somebody who really enjoys and loves the art of songwriting. And clearly you didn't have that when you were just trying to prove people wrong. Like you just, I picture you with your nose to the grindstone, like just like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna write this, and now you're really
Yeah.
enjoying it. So was that just organic growth, that evolution, or how did that? Was
It
that just
has to be.
maturity?
It has to be. It has
Yeah,
to be. It has to come from like instead of trying to write a hit, how about just try to write a song,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And it's all this pressure to write this amazing song and it just always it's just never it never felt that way and it showed, you know? So yeah, I would say with maturity and time, obviously, like life experiences gives you so much more to write about. And the older you get, the more vocabulary you get, and the more songs you've heard, um, and I think honestly, thank God for technology because the way I write is really based on that, and nothing to do with AI, but I have found a way that makes it work for me, and everyone is different. There is not like a cheat code on how
Mm,
to
yep.
write a song. I mean, and at the end of the day, all these lyrics are coming from my heart, my brain, like what I want to say, and that's why last name was so important because when it came to country couture, it's a super cheeky, colorful, fun,
Yeah.
funky pop song. And then Urban Cowboy is like this story time, fairy tale, everything is fantastical in my world. Like I love those two songs so, so much. But of course, as an artist, one would, it would be like a comedian that's played in all these funny roles. He can't play a serious role. She can't play a serious role. I
Robin
don't want, I
Williams.
like
Yeah, Robin
Robin
Williams.
Williams.
Yeah.
Robin Williams. That's so funny you said that. He was in my head. And I was like, I obviously want to show another side. So last name was very important for me to release because it's got real depth to it that, some of my other songs just don't because they're meant to be lighthearted. But this one was meant to really hit you, lyrically. And so there's just so many angles and sides to me, and I know most artists out there. So, but songwriting is just an evolution,
Yeah,
um,
sure is. So
and
does artistry, right? Just being an artist, like you're if you stay the same, then you're doing it wrong, right? And
oh yeah,
yeah, I love that
yeah.
you're talking about the three songs really in your catalog that you just talked about being so different. So when you're releasing Last Name, which is the current single, Is the reception different from people, not just the industry, but also audiences? Because you're talking about comedians playing a serious role. This is kind of you playing a serious role now.
Hmm.
So I imagine the reception is a little bit different as well, right?
I have been very blessed to receive very great comments about it. That people really liked the empowerment that it gives them. Is what I've seen. It's like country couture. Oh, this is summertime jam. Like I've got my windows rolled down.
Mm-hmm.
Urban cowboy is like, oh, it's just it's a beautiful love song that has a fairy tale like story to it. And last name, it's just it just empowers people. It makes them, just feel like they can rise up and do anything. So yeah, I mean, the reception's been fantastic. I mean, I think all of my songs, just to me, have all been, you know, they're cohesive musically, in my opinion,
Yeah.
and yet they are all telling a very, very different story, as I feel like it should. So, these this I'll call it an album when all the songs are released, because we're just releasing singles right now.
Mm-hmm.
When all of it's released, it's all going to feel like, oh yeah, this is all could be on a record that makes total sense.
Yeah.
But I've got, another thing, you can't look at all the comments, and I
No,
try
you
not
can't
to.
do that. Yeah.
I don't. So if people didn't like it, I wouldn't know. So,
Well,
but yeah,
Callie, if
so
they
far
don't like
everybody's
it,
great.
I've always been. My dad told me, don't ever take anything to heart from somebody that you don't care about.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and your dad's a very smart man. I
Yeah.
don't,
Yep.
and I protect my heart, and I protect my little brain, and
I think
I
people are
don't want to
ugly just
expose
because
myself.
they can be, right. Like they can be ugly, so they are, and it's rough. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you perhaps the best compliment I possibly can about these three songs. I feel like after
Aw.
interviewing hundreds of songwriters, I've been very blessed to be able to do that. The most common theme amongst most of those songwriters, the thing that they are searching for more than anything else, is the word feel, right? You want to make people feel something. And here you have three songs that all make people feel something. And the really cool thing is the three songs are making people feel something different. Each one
Yeah.
makes you feel something completely different than the other two, and that's really awesome. So congratulations on
Oh,
that. Yeah,
thank you. Thank you so much. That is a huge compliment.
yeah.
Thanks.
No,
I hope so.
no
Yeah.
problem.